Iran, Russia, China, and Saudi Arabia are helping Trump get rich while they use this war, this standoff, to do what they've been waiting for a long time. These are the parties that are prolonging this conflict because it's benefiting them and it's hurting the U.S. in a couple of really important ways. Trump just wants to get his Board of Peace hands all over the strait so he can profit off it. This is part of his project to try and control as many transit corridors around the world as possible. It includes those in Greenland, Cuba, Venezuela, and even Gaza. The standing of the U.S. in the world is the furthest thing from his mind. On one side of this, you have Israel wanting a full-scale war so they can continue their Greater Israel project. On the other side, you've got the big losers in this conflict, the likes of Germany, France, Japan, and South Korea. But Iran, Saudi Arabia, China, and Russia are happy with how things are going for a couple of reasons. For Iran, they now have the strait, which they didn't have before, as a huge negotiating tool in trying to get out of some of these sanctions. The Russians are making an insane amount of money and using it to rebuild their military. Their energy revenue has tripled since the start of this war. Every single day the strait is closed, they're making about $300 million in profit every day. They're also trying to get a pipeline built to China, but China hasn't previously liked the price. This might just push them into it. The Saudis are like the Russians, making a crazy amount of money as an alternative. They want to be the superpower in the Middle East, and this crisis is severely hurting their rivals like the UAE. Then you get to China, and China is actually not benefiting right now, but they have a lot to gain by staying the course. First off, they have a huge stockpile of reserves, 30 weeks worth. They're also getting oil from Iran at a discounted rate through alternative routes, so they're not paying that $120 a barrel. What they ultimately want is to overtake the U.S. as the world's superpower. And as this war drags on, other countries are starting to lose faith in the U.S. Our military is stretched and our friends are losing money, two of which are rivals to China, Japan, and South Korea, which is why you've seen them move closer to China of late. If the Middle Eastern powers start moving closer to China for protection and commerce, the U.S. is in a world of hurt. Right now, AI is artificially propping up our economy. You probably saw the better than expected jobs report, but once again, as is the case for the last, 5 years, these are mostly part-time healthcare jobs to take care of our aging population. A breaking point is coming, and if this whole thing doesn't get resolved, these countries are just waiting to pounce. And the president could care less because he's going to get ridiculously rich in the process.